What it do, everybody? It's your boy LOG from Where There's Smoke. We're gonna get into a stream covering some mostly hip hop topics and then a little bit of politics, but mostly discussed by Lord Jamar, who's a figure in hip hop. So it's all on the, I guess the title of the video. But as always, I'm gonna check the sound and audio, then we're gonna jump into it. So give me a second, and we'll get going.
It's that Centex boys, and we're out here, and we got something to say. Man, what the fuck is going on with the world nowadays? People going crazy over little things. Another day. Another day I gotta go ahead and do something I wanna do. Ain't no one wanna do it for me. This world can be so lonely. To the top, looking back at all the lives that were lost on the way. Another day, just to pray, forget the pain. What the fuck is up with the world nowadays? People going crazy over little things. Is it even Sunday? Jesus saves. Thank God I'm blessed to see another day. Gotta go ahead and do something I wanna do. Ain't no one wanna do it for me. This world can be so lonely. To the top, looking back at all the lives that were lost on the way. Another day, just to pray, forget the pain. What the fuck is up with the world nowadays?
Alright, what it do, everybody? So yeah, I was muted. Fucking sound check's not even getting accomplished what I needed to get accomplished. So anyway, I need to refine that a little bit, but that's none of y'all's concern. Alright. So let's get into the first video. So I don't know if y'all have heard much or heard anything yet, and I don't really have much to say about it. But Big Meech got released from prison, I think, within the last week. Today is the 21st, so I think it was only 2 or 3 days ago, but he is gonna have to be, it said, either a halfway house or house arrest. So the reports I was reading were very vague about where he was even gonna be since he was released, but I know he has to be under some kind of supervision at least until the beginning of next year sometime. So he's got at least, I would say, 3 to 6 months where he is going to be monitored still. So it's not like he's just scot-free out roaming the streets doing whatever the fuck he wants. He's still got he'll probably do a little bit of time in both, honestly, like a little bit in a medical facility to like I don't even know what the right word to use, but just kind of like get him ready from prison life to civilian life, and then he'll probably spend like 3 months on house arrest or whatever, or some sort of fucking like chill way for him to like, just kind of integrate back into civilization. So that'll be interesting. The thing that I'm really waiting to see before I play this video is, of course, I'm eager to see if he's going to do interviews, and I'm eager to see what he says, what he cares to say, what he is able to say, and about like his connections, mostly for my interest pertaining to hip hop in the past. What big artists were you associated with that were, I mean, I don't want you to incriminate anyone, but I'm looking to see what he says, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to, like, certain artists that use his name to gain credibility, like maybe a Rick Ross a little bit, for sure a Jeezy. I want to see if he mingles with these people, if there's mutual respect there, or if he has anything to say about them, or just if there's any kind of indicators on whether or not he respects these people and how he feels about them. So that's kind of what I'm looking for when he gets out, to see what he says. And because there's a lot of people throwing out the Big Meech name in the early 2000s, and it's like, how many of y'all are really actually fucking down with him? So I'd be interested to see, or maybe some of them were even sending him money and letters in jail, and he could even say that wouldn't be throwing anybody under the bus or like telling on anybody. That would just be saying who was down with you while you were in. So I'd really just be interested to see what he has to say in interviews, and if it takes away or adds credibility to any rappers that we know. But let's go ahead and see what this video is kind of pertaining to that, or just the fact that he's getting out. And I don't have any sound here. There we go.
A conspiracy from 1990 to 2005.
And I'm assuming this is just Big Meech talking about himself and getting caught and all that.
You mean to tell me it took 15 years to get enough evidence to bring me down? That's unrealistic.
The evidence started rolling in. We get 14,000 pages. We thought it was the end of the world. But in those 14,000 pages, so much of the evidence was about lifestyle, the shocking lifestyle of Demetrius Flannery. There's no pictures of him around cocaine. There's no pictures of him standing there to deal with cocaine. The only pictures of Demetrius Flannery are at cool-ass parties, at clubs, directing videos, being with famous people. So the evidence was that he threw really wild parties.
I can't point at the mistakes that brought me down because they brought me down on my brother's indictment. You know what I'm saying? He's not the total.
That's what I was going to say, too. I'm not super familiar with the case, but I had heard that his brother was the one that was a lot more loose and flashy with it, and like they were able to tie them two together, and then they really were able to bring the brother down, and that's kind of Meech went down with his brother.
Blame, but the thing is, I didn't get caught for the things that I do. They couldn't prove that.
Okay, so anyway, that's just him talking about it a little bit, but yeah, we'll see when he gets out what he says, if anything, and how willing he is to talk. Not like an interrogation way, like how, you want to talk, but just like if he does interviews, what he's willing to say, who he bigs up, if anybody, and just kind of what he says when he gets out, if anything. I'll be interested to see. So we'll definitely cover here on the channel when and if Big Meech has anything to say. So, all right. This is just a video I saw on Facebook. I don't know what the hell. James Harden getting a little tipsy and wild with somebody. It says a Young Dolph affiliate and James Harden going viral. Where's the video? Well, there was a video pin in the comments. Now I'm gonna have hell finding it. Let me try to search it real quick. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Wow, these results are not what I was wanting. There we go. Here we go. Okay, let me get this back up for y'all real quick.
Hey, man, bigger than this. Big, I don't live flipper. I want the greatest. They can't fuck with us. They can't fuck with us. No way. I already want to play it, man. It's up. I already want to play it. That's how we rocking it. Wolf Pack. Hey, man, bigger than this.
This just looks so sus.
Big, I don't live flipper. I want the greatest. They can't fuck with us. They can't fuck with us. No way. I already want to play it, man. It's up. I already want to play it. That's how we rocking it. Wolf Pack. Hey, man, bigger than this. Big, I don't live flipper. I want the greatest. They can't fuck with us.
Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's just kind of weird. Maybe it's probably people making something out of nothing, but it's a weird way to hype up your homie. Anyway. Alright. Y'all probably heard about this too. If y'all are kind of tapped into hip hop and what's going on. But Gucci Mane, within the past week, released all of his artists except for two. Pooh, Shiesty, and I think it's, I don't want to say his name wrong. It's either Foogiano or Foogiano or some, I'm butchering it. Let me see. Anyway, I saw a post today that was saying he released all the artists except the two that were in prison. So it's like kind of a weird coincidence that the two that he didn't drop are both in prison. Yeah, I think his name is Foogiano. I don't know if that's how you say it. Yeah, Foogiano. Okay. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm super out of the loop on some of these younger cats. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's interesting that the two that he didn't release are in jail. I don't know people maybe that are more business savvy or know the industry or know how stuff works would maybe have a reason for that. But I thought that was interesting. And yeah, let's see what he has to say about it real quick.
Announcement on 10/17 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup and it's a whole on the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh, Shiesty, and Foogiano.
Why?
This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract, but I said, hey, let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying, I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, you know what I'm saying, Pooh and Foo, and that's where I'm gonna put my focus. And I just wish them the best. And I just want to let everybody know that, because, hey, that's where we at. Listen, I wanted to make this a...
So Pooh, Shiesty, and Foogiano are the only two left. Big Walk Dog was the biggest name that I saw that he let go. As I said, I'm not as familiar with all the younger rappers like I used to be. And, I mean, you got to be super tapped in to know everybody. So there's going to be people that slip through the cracks. But anyway. And then this says Gucci Mane's former artist Lil Zay, who I've never heard of, says he's not giving his 1017 chain back. I'ma still wear that. That's a trophy. Fuck it, I respect that. And I think there's a video of him talking about it.
Cause I'm smart, you feel me? Like I told him, I'm like, cause no cap, I'm chopping over no cap. No cap told me, he was like, give me 15,000, bro. I fool with you. Boom. Y'all know me. I've been doing features and shit. You know what I'm saying? This how you get more exposed. This how you get out there. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So I hit the label. I'm like, I'm trying to get no cap 15,000. I'm like, 15,000 ain't real. Like, I'll spend the money. Just let me own the rights to the song. I told him I was gonna pay for the beat. I was gonna pay for the video. I was gonna pay for the feature, everything. Just let me get more percentage of the song. You know what I'm saying? Let me own the rights to the song. They telling me nah. I'm like, bro, they want to own everything. Like, I'm spending my money for y'all to own. Like, it's like some gatekeeping. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool if I go spend my money.
I don't know. What do y'all think about Gucci? What do y'all think about him releasing all the artists? I don't know. Maybe something will come up in a week or two that'll add more to this story. But for now, we'll wait and see. I don't know. It's interesting. Something might happen 6 months from now where he signs somebody new and it'll add some complexity to it and we'll be able to look back on it. But I feel like the story's not done yet. Alright, let's get into Lord Jamar. I think I have 4 videos that all kind of go together. This one is kind of not with those, but it's a Lord Jamar video, so I just kind of threw it in as just kind of like an intro to, I guess, this part of the video or whatever. And he's always had controversial takes. He started off on Vlad doing a lot of interviews, and then they went their separate ways, and he's been doing stuff on his own channel and on other channels now. And he's never really fucked with Eminem heavy. And this is one of a lot of his opinions I agree with, some I don't. This is one of his opinions that I more or less kind of do agree with. So let's see what he has to say about Eminem.
Somebody screaming at you. Can he put words together? Yes. If the content is shit, who gives a fuck how good you put cat, rat, bat, hat together? Because his content is horrible. And his delivery and his voice. Do you hate your mother?
No, I don't.
All right. Would you make a fucking song about your mother's, No. Would you offer up your daughter to Dr. Dre? Go with him, Haley. Would you do that? No. How about all the gay references in the name of just rhyming? You see what I'm saying? Like, see, that's what the greatest rappers, the easy road, they could have fucking made a whole lot of shit rhyme. Right. But they said, nah, I can't say that. This nigga will say it, even though, just because it rhymes. And that's the difference between a real fucking king and somebody who just raps just to rap. There was nothing to listen to.
He does. He puts the easy shit together, and it sounds okay sometimes, but I agree with Jamar. He puts like the easy shit together that you would obviously think to put together. Sometimes he gets a little creative, but it's not rhythmically and like melodically pleasing to me. That's the biggest thing.
Fucking whack. Like, it was whack. It wasn't shit. Nobody was playing this at parties. I didn't have to worry about.
Yeah, no one plays Eminem when they're riding around in the whip. No one plays Eminem at parties. You know what I'm saying? People might check it out when it drops, but then that's it. It's not. I don't know. I'm not obviously not speaking for everybody, but I think for the most part, people are not riding around in the whip on a daily basis when they want something just like a good solid jam that just like relieves your stress. Like, damn, yeah, this song jam. This whole jams. You're not jamming Eminem, I don't think, to settle you down, to soothe you, and kind of just like jam out. I don't know.
Why do you want somebody?
Anyway, yeah. So I agree with Lamar. That's or Jamar rather, Lamar. I agree with Jamar. That's kind of a hot take, but he's had one that he's had for a while, and this is looks like a newer show that he just restated the take on, and they have a short of it. So anyway, I thought I'd put it on here and give my take on it, see what everyone thought. Eminem fans or not, you know, I mean, he's okay. I recognize that he's pretty good and blah blah blah, but I don't listen to him on the regular, and I'm not gonna put him in my top 5 or 10. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's a good one. I know he went over him. I know Slim Thug, he came out and, he said that he only voting for Kamala because she's black. How you feel about the people that's only voting for Kamala because she's black?
First of all, I really like Slim Thug's frame of mind most of the time. Like,
I used to, but then like mid to late 20-teens, he got real weird. And he got real weird during the COVID thing. And I would be interested to know what Jamar thought of. Yeah, Jamar, I got his name right this time. Like, damn, did I fuck his name up again? Been watching this fool for like 8 years. Lord Jamar, I would be interested to see what he thinks about COVID and if he supports Slim Thug's stance during that time.
Like, whenever I come across a Slim Thug meme on IG, it's always like a positive affirmation. It's something that I damn near retweet him almost every time. So let me just put that out there. But for anybody to say that they're voting strictly off of identity politics is ridiculous. Like, just to vote for somebody just on the basis of their skin color is ridiculous. Yeah, we got to get past that, people. We got to get past trying, we want to make history so bad that we just overlook what's really important. Okay, like, is she really a leader? Is she really qualified to lead? That's what needs to be addressed. What are her policies? The bitch for the longest time had no policies on her website. That's another thing that is disrespectful to the people. You could just think that you're just going to tell us you're going to fix this and that. First of all, y'all are the ones that fucked it up. Everything's fucked up because of the economy. Y'all was in power. This past 4 years was y'all. And you're going to act like you're going to fix the very thing that you messed up? Like, that don't make no fucking sense. Yeah, I mean, just to vote for somebody just because you say she's black, and again, she's not really black.
You just gotta take and look at what would you think if people said I'm voting for Trump just because he's white. People say you're racist. But on the flip side, it's okay to say. And I don't, if you know the channel, you know me, you know that I don't support any of these people. I don't like either side. I'm against it all. I'm here trying to disprove it all little by little the best way that I can. But yeah, if people said I'm voting for Trump just because I'm white and because he's white and I want somebody white, they would say you're fucking racist. And they'd probably be right. That's a crooked way to be. And that's what he's saying. I agree with, again, I don't always agree with Jamar, but a good 90% of the time I probably do. 85, 90% of the time. And I agree on this point. If you vote for someone just off of race, that's more racist than you know, that is, I don't know what I was going to compare it to, but that is racist, essentially, or getting very damn close if it's not. So, you know, the people that are saying I'm voting for Kamala just because she's black is, you know, just if you're saying that, think about how you would accept hearing that from someone else, and would you?
All skin folk are not kinfolk. Let me say it again. All skin folk are not kinfolk. Okay? So just because a motherfucker might have black skin don't mean that he thinks like you, identifies with the shit that you identify with. None of that. So stop with this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
She ain't black. Okay? She's Indian. She came in as the first Southeast Asian Indian vice president. That was her fucking accomplishment. Now all of a sudden, like Trump said, now she's black. She wants to be black. Like, yeah, now all of a sudden she's black. But she won't say that she's black, but she's sure acting black. And y'all are the ones who are saying that she's black, because she's not even saying that. So that's what's even more ridiculous. Y'all putting that on her because you want her to be that, but she's not even saying that she's black. And she's giving y'all, and she's not giving y'all anything for you saying that she's black, other than, you know, she just wants you to give her that and then give the vote. And then after that, you get nothing. Get the fuck out of here after that. So y'all go ahead and, you know, vote for idiotic reasons like she's black and see where that gets you. We did that already with Obama. I was guilty of that the first time around with Obama. Yeah, I voted for that fool because he was black. It was the dumbest shit I ever did. It was the dumbest shit I ever did. And I hope we would learn from shit like that. Most white people, believe it or not, are not voting because of someone's skin color. Now, yeah, are there white people that are going to vote just because somebody's white and the other person, if the other person is of color, they'll just do it because they're white? Absolutely. But I don't think most of these white people are doing that. They want to, you know. Matter of fact, a lot of these white people are voting for her because they're trying to, you know, atone for some shit. They want to, they think they're virtue signaling by doing it. They think it's virtuous. Yeah, let's get a woman in there and she's black. And if I support that, then I'm, you know,
not that bad.
I'm a good guy. Don't vote for this woman, y'all. Let me look in the camera real quick. Don't fucking vote for this woman. Don't be fucking stupid enough to vote for her. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Trump 2024. I just said it. I just said it.
At least he's not saying, I don't care who you vote for as long as you vote. I've heard that enough recently to... I haven't heard it too much, but I've heard it enough to not enjoy it. Let's just say that. I think these next 3 videos are a little bit better, but that was kind of like the premise video, if you will, so you kind of know what's going on and what to expect from these next 3 videos. If you didn't like that one, you're damn sure not going to like these.
Mónica de la Cruz decepcionó.
Y'all let me know what y'all are doing. Y'all voting for Trump? Kamala not voting? We got 2 weeks until this shit show's coming to a head. All right, let's see what Lord Jamar has to say.
So you rocking with Trump? I can say that, right?
Listen, yeah, I feel like I do rock with Trump. I'm gonna go ahead and say it out loud. Like, I've been to myself, you know, because the way they try to shame people and the way they make you feel, it's almost like you got to look around like, yeah, I fuck with Trump. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I fuck with Trump over Kamala. And if you say he's racist, well, guess what? I like my racists outward. I don't like racists who hide in the background and pretend to be my friend, but really they're stabbing me in the knife with a back. But here's the thing, Trump is not racist. And the only time that y'all started saying he was racist is when he started running for president. Before that,
Yeah, I really don't think he's racist either. I think he is a rich motherfucker and asshole that likes to fuck over poor people, but I don't think he's racist.
black people and the black community loved Trump. He was in all the fucking raps.
They was all on his nuts.
Right. And then if you look at the thing he's done, like he supported Jesse Jackson's run for the presidency back then. He helped fund it. People don't know that. When Jennifer Hudson, the shit happened with her family and all of that, he fucking put her up and all kinds of shit. Like, this man is a racist in the media, basically. Like, the media has made him a racist, but I haven't seen anything from him that would indicate to me that he's a racist. They say, oh, he inspires racism and all of that. I mean, America inspires racism. You don't think Biden inspires racism? First of all, there was more police brutality against black people under Obama's term than I think anybody's. So what the fuck are we talking about here? And he was your black president. He was your so-called black president. Even though when you really look about how he grew up, he not black like how we black. You understand what I'm saying? You're not no multi-generational black. You haven't lived the American black experience. And living in Hawaii, is not growing up with the American black experience. You understand what I'm saying? You're in America technically, and you're black, but you're not living in an authentic black American experience. You know Kamala grew up in Canada, right?
I ain't know that.
She grew up in Canada, went to elementary school, high school, and started college up there. Then she went to Howard. So, come on, stop it. Stop acting like she's so black. Oh, and another thing about Trump, I want to say, people will talk about the Central Park Five. Well,
you can just tell Kamala's not black. If you're from the South and you know black people, you can tell she's not black. It's a kind of a joke.
He was against the Central Park Five. Well, first of all, at that time, he was a Democrat. Okay? So let's put that out there. He was a Democrat at the time, and the lead prosecutor was a Democrat. Okay? So, if anything, the Democratic Party went after these fucking kids. Also, he thought in his mind, when he took out that fucking article, that he never did mention them by name in there, but when he took out the article, he thought they were guilty. Now, where I think he fucks up at is by not just coming out and say, you know what, I was wrong, I apologize, but they pleaded guilty, so I thought they were guilty, and I had a bigger issue about the police and da-da-da-da-da, and you know what I mean? He should just come out and say that. But he hasn't, and so that becomes a stickler for people. But I just want to point out, he was a Democrat when he did that. And it was a Democratic prosecutor. So if you want to talk shit about him, well, he was one of yours at that time. So take that, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Me personally, I don't have anything against Kamala. But when she make comments like the collard greens comment, I don't see how any black person can not be offended by that, man. That's crazy.
It's disingenuous. It's insulting. It's insulting to my intelligence. Like, you just think you could just put on the mask of something real quick and just placate to me, and I'm just going to give you what you want. No, I'm sorry, no. And you're not going to pretend to be black but then not fuck with us. Like, look at her inner circle. Go Google Kamala Harris's inner circle, like her best friends. They're all white women. She don't fuck with black people like that. Only when it's time to get your votes. That's when you better thank a union member, You know, that's when she pulls out the fucking black,
shit.
the
That was
black
terrible.
talk. Other than that, she don't talk like that. With her and all of this shit about women's reproductive rights and all this bullshit. First of all, I hate that term. It's not reproductive rights. It's the right for a woman to be sexually irresponsible and to murder a child. That's what y'all are fighting for, okay? Reproductive rights would mean the right to have a child, like to actually be able to give birth. If you're fighting for reproductive rights, to reproduce means to actually have reproduction. Y'all motherfuckers is fighting for the destruction of reproduction.
Yeah.
And thinking that a woman's right to her body and all this stupid shit. First of all, Mrs. Emhoff, you don't even have a child. You never even gave birth to a fucking child. So how dare you start talking about women's reproductive rights? How dare you also, when you were in California, lock up mothers for their children's truancy? And one mother, she got locked up and her child had sickle cell and was out of school because she had to go to the hospital from attacks and shit like that. And this fucking bitch locked the mother up regardless of the circumstance. Like,
you know, nowadays there'll be people that hear that story and they'll have a counter story like, oh, well, you know, that daughter really wasn't sick and they were forging it and I heard that. Like every story, because like he thinks, oh, she did this wrong thing, so that gives me a reason to like distrust her. For every story like that about each candidate on both sides, there will be a counter story that people that want to believe that angle that makes their candidate look good can believe. So like pro Kamala people, there will be a counter story that counteracts this that they can read and they'll just believe it because it goes with Kamala. And the same thing for Trump. If there's a damning article or something that makes him look bad, there will almost always likely be an article saying, well, it didn't quite go that way, or there's a misunderstanding, or that never even happened. And then the people that support Trump and want to believe that are just gonna be like, oh yeah, that's true. And that sounds like too simple to be true, but that happens like so much and so often if you don't check yourself and think like, you know, it's hard to be sober with some of these things sometimes. But you know, I guess they have it to where both sides can have their own opinion about a single story, so they use single stories to drive both people further, dig their heels in the ground, if that makes sense. So you think, well, this one thing happened, this is how they get people to see it in two different ways. They provide stories and anecdotal stuff, and you know, I wish I had an example of when this had happened, but maybe if one comes up in the near future, I'll be able to refer back to this moment. But yeah, they always provide conflicting sides of the same story, and then people can believe whatever side they want and just dig their heels further in. So I don't know if anybody understood what I was saying, but that's a common thing I see these days, where a singular event can happen, and depending on which side, you know, there's a story to be sold on each side. So I think we just need to try to look at everything with a sober mind. But even something that's factual like that, it's like, what were all the facts in that story? But now it's hard to even get good facts from a source you can trust. And even with something where it should be pretty bare bones, like, okay, did that woman get in trouble? Yes or no? Did her daughter have, you know, it's these pulling teeth to get all the details. And we usually expect like news and reporters to do those things for us. But we just wonder how much truth there is to that. And, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you just wonder. It's hard to know when you get a story if you can trust it, because a lot of times there are counter stories, and then you're left with two different stories, and who do you trust? So a lot of times though, in the long run, these people reveal themselves to be who they really are if we pay attention. So there's nothing new under the sun.
I'm not fucking with this lady. So again,
all right, we got two more. Let's see.
The 1 cent works because it's
Are you into politics?
Yes.
Kamala, how you feel about her?
I'm not fucking with her.
Should have played this one first.
Her, and the fucking
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get a drink. I wish they had this whole interview so I could just play the whole interview and it would have been in order, but they only had clips up to this point. But it seems like this went first chronologically, so I should have reacted to this one first. But give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get something to drink and I'll be right back. Sold of 1,000. Let's go, baby. All right, let's get back to it.
and the Ganji she rode in on, god damn it. She's insulting to black people. First of all, she's not black, okay? And when I say black, I mean like a foundational black American, somebody that grew up with black American culture, okay? She does not understand us, regardless if she fucking went to Howard and became an AKA. You know, plenty of white people go to Howard, fucking Chinese people. You don't have to be black to go to a fucking HBCU, and that does not make you black. Her circle of friends was not black. She's being disingenuous by even calling herself Kamala Harris. Her last name is Emhoff, okay? She's married to a man named Emhoff, okay? That's her last
I believe he's a Jewish
name.
man.
Why are you not leading with that? I'll tell you why. Because you want to fucking pretend that you're black, but to get the black vote, okay? I knew what they were going to do with her the minute they brought her in. I said, oh, they brought a female Obama in. She looks like Obama. You know, she got the same phonetics, Obama, Kamala. Like, it's the same. They tried to do the same shit, but she fell short because she's not the same type of orator that this guy is. She's a diggy broad. She cackles all the fucking time. She lies. She doesn't answer a fucking question. Not once in that debate did she answer anything that was asked of her. So she thinks that we are stupid and that we are just going to vote for her off of identity politics. I'm sorry, sir, but we know that women are emotional by nature. Like, let's just keep it real. All of this trying to make history and all of this type of shit is some bullshit. We don't need...
The whole thing is bullshit just to get people tied up in it and waste their time and get them to support something evil. The whole thing is bullshit.
A woman, when's the last time you had a beef or you saw a gang of dudes going into war and they had a woman in the front leading them? That's retarded, and you wouldn't want to see it. You wouldn't want to be a part of that fucking group. You wouldn't, you know what I mean? But like, why is she in the front? That makes no fucking sense. This woman, to me, is not qualified to run, you know, a Dunkin' Donuts or a 7-Eleven, let alone the corporation that we call United States of America. People want to act like Trump is the worst motherfucker in the world, but guess what? He was already president, and all this shit you talking about didn't happen. He didn't make himself a dictator, and this whole shit about he's going to make himself a dictator.
Yeah, if he was going to do that, why would he risk not being able to get in there again? He would have done it the first time. Come on, people.
Really taken so out of context that it's ridiculous. He said he'd make himself a dictator on the first day, you know, to implement some shit, and then, you know, but that was, trust me, said tongue in cheek. It was not said seriously. Y'all already living in Project 2024. Okay, you worried about Project 2025 when they already ran Project 2020 on you with the scandemic and all that fucking bullshit. Like,
I guess I have my question on what Jamar had to say about the COVID shot. We just found out. Yeah, they already ran Project 2020 on your ass. I agree 100%.
What the fuck are y'all really even talking about? Y'all trying to act like, scare me into thinking that he's so bad that I should just vote for this broad just because. But guess what? I feel that she's so bad. She's the one that scares me. So
they're both scary.
I feel that she's so bad that guess what? I might just go around and vote for Trump. And this is my first time saying this out loud. But y'all motherfuckers think you're gonna shame somebody or bully a nigga into voting for this bitch? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And now you're gonna make me be Mr. Anti. You keep coming at me with this bullshit. You keep coming at me talking about, oh, it's a shame that you're not supporting a black woman. She's not black. She's Indian. She ain't black.
Yeah.
Get out of here. They're gonna, listen, I don't give a trust me, the sentiment on the street in the real world is a lot of people are not fucking with this woman. They see right through her. And they're trying to blame it on black men, but no, I see a lot of black women that are not fucking with her neither. Okay? Like we see what is going on. Listen, they kept her in the background this whole time for a reason. They knew they was gonna do this. That's why her whole vice president, you didn't hear about Kamala Harris doing nothing, saying nothing. Anything that she did was on the low. But here's one of the things she did on the low. She just made the deciding vote that helped put us in the fucking inflation and shit that we're in right now. This economic crisis that we're in right now, she did that. Specifically, had the swaying vote, and this is where we're at right now. The shit that just happened with Israel and Iran and all of that yesterday, do you really think that she's gonna know how to handle some shit like that? Like, let's keep it real. A nigga like Trump, first of all, there was no wars when Trump was the president. How about that? There was no wars going on while Trump was president. This motherfucker was doing gangster shit to niggas like in the Taliban, showing them pictures of their fucking house from a satellite, or a satelloon anyway, and giving them a picture of his crib and they're just walking out. Like motherfuckers, if you touch a hair on an American's head, we're gonna bomb the shit out of your crib. For 18 months after that, no American was touched. Like that's not no gangster shit that broads know how to do. Even if a dude told a broad to do that, she's not gonna know how to implement it correctly. She's not gonna know how to implement it correctly. The dude be like, yo, just take this picture and then just walk out. She gonna flub the whole shit. Cause that's not what they do.
How you feel about her saying that she washes her collard greens in a bathtub?
This is her, again, being disingenuous. First of all, black people don't wash no damn greens in no tub. You dirty ass dog. How unsanitary are you to be washing collard greens in a tub and thinking that makes you more relatable? See, that's how out of touch she is. How stupid she is. She thought she was giving a relatable story to make her seem...
She just wants something for something low grade and really trashy.
Black. Oh, yeah. Oh, they want me to cook their collard greens. They bring me all their collard greens in the neighborhood. I had so many greens, I had to wash them in the tub. You know? Just like she was in the, you better thank a union member. You better thank a union member. You know, she talking all black, but then when she get in front of the Spanish people, they said, I love you, Kamala. She said, I love you too. I love you too. Then when she gets in front of the white people, you know, you better thank a union member for everything that you have because, you know, union members are very, you know.
She's a code switching motherfucker.
They're part of the economy. Like, who are you? Who are you? Trump is always Trump. I don't give a if you like him or not, he's always him. If he says he's going to say some arrogant shit, yup. He's going to say some arrogant shit. Sometimes he says some shit off the cuff. Yup. He does do that. But this motherfucker's a smart businessman. And I hate the people that say, oh, he's been bankrupt this many times. That's what smart businessmen do. First of all, all companies are not made to last. Some companies, in order to be successful, after having bankruptcies and all this, despite seeming like the cloud is over you, they still find a silver lining and know how to spin that shit in order to bounce back like a fucking G. That's the type of fucking we need in a fucking leader of this fucking country. Not this cackling broad who's gonna fucking laugh, at the wrong fucking shit, or something is visibly. She has no poker face. Like she'd be in there with heads of state and be huh?
Not that I think any of that matters, but
But as far as leading some shit, she can't lead nothing for me. She can't lead, I wouldn't let her lead the blind. Like, I'm not fucking with her. Yeah. I'm not fucking with her. And yeah, I'm a registered independent. If it was up to me, we as black people would hold our vote until we got some tangibles. You understand what I'm saying? Until one of these candidates out here, I don't Democrat, Republican, I don't give a give us something tangible, because the LG HDTV people get tangible things. She won't even say when asked about being black and all that, she won't even come out and really say if she is black. Y'all are adopting her as black, but she won't even say it. But what she will do is say she has an unwavering support for Israel. She will say that. She will come out and say that, these LG HDTV people that are locked up in jail should be able to get the surgeries that they want in jail.
That's crazy.
They should be able to transition and all that type of transform at the taxpayer's expense while they're in jail.
I'm gonna have to look up if that's true, because if that's true, that's crazy.
And she's also affording that privilege to immigrants who get locked up in jail. Oh yeah, illegal immigrants, you can get a sex change too. You get a sex change, you get a sex change, and you get a sex change. She's the Oprah of sex changes. F that woman.
You do know she came out a few weeks ago, right? She did an interview with All the Smoke, and she doubled down that, Tupac is her favorite rapper from the Bay. Tupac and Too Short.
That she listened to in college, and Tupac wasn't even out yet. She said she listened to Tupac in college.
Bro, she had a lie about Tupac like several years ago when she first hit the scene. I think they asked her who her favorite artist was at the time, and she said Tupac. It's like, you are so stupid and out of touch.
And Tupac wasn't even out when she was in college. You lying? We're so stupid. You don't even.
Why would you get caught with that lie again? It's almost like, come on, bro. You're gonna get that lie wrong twice.
Your own self. Another thing. She's on record saying, when asked about giving black people reparations, she said, no, I'm not going to do anything that specifically benefits black people.
No.
That's what she said. Okay?
Oh,
and
that hurt him.
We called her out on having an earpiece in during the debate. My man caught it. Shout out to my man, Jamar Milton, because he's on the tech. So he's like, oh, she got on the Nova H1s. He put up a video. Later that day, they had all these disclaimers saying that, no, she wasn't wearing those earrings, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. They were saying that she wasn't wearing the earrings with the headphones. Fast forward, a clip comes out where she's talking to somebody about a recipe or something, and all of a sudden, they're talking to her in those same earrings that they said she wasn't wearing. And she's literally responding to them. She's like, hang on. She's like, they're talking to me. She's like, I'm doing a recipe. Is that okay? Can I still talk to that? Well, all right, cool. Like, then they got clips of her where, like, she doesn't deviate her speeches not a lick. Like that nigga Obama, one thing he could do was speak.
That's something else I'd be interested to see and maybe do some research, or if I found somebody put together a video on it, that'd be dope. Like, was she actually, is there earrings that look like or Bluetooth that look like earrings? I'm sure there are, but I want to see that video of her like using it, and then like a side by side with the earrings she wore the night of the debate. I guess I could do a little digging and see. That might be something I research also. That's kind of an interesting tidbit.
He was a good orator. That's why he pulled people in.
Hi,
my name is Tyler Devereaux. I'm inviting you.
We'll see if this last video is any good.
When you looking at a Kamala rally, right, and you see rappers like Quavo, Megan Thee Stallion at her rallies, how does that make you feel?
It's more of what I said earlier. It's more of her trying to pretend to be black. It's more of her insulting your intelligence. Oh, all we got to do is get who's the hot rap girl right now? Is it Meg Thee Stallion? Okay, let's get Meg Thee Stallion up here. You know, who else? What else? Who? Quavo? Can we get Quavo? Okay, yeah. And then I'll just act like I'm cool with them, and that should be enough to make the black community feel like I'm down, like I really know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, again, it's just insulting. It's disrespectful. I don't like it. I don't see how anybody falls for it.
All right, we're back. I'm sorry for the delay. I heard the audio was kind of fucked up, so should be all good now.
She's also doing that because nobody's coming to her fucking rallies. Nobody's coming to hear her speak. They're literally paying people to go to her. They're paying people to get on buses, and they're shipping buses to go to her fucking rallies, bro. Meanwhile, she's lying about the Trump rallies. Talk about, I heard your rallies, people are not that many people, and people leave of boredom. Bro, I just had my man. There was a Trump rally out in Long Island. I had my man Jamar Milton go on behalf of the God Pod with Lord Jamar on YouTube. I had him go and have booth.
His podcast used to be called the first it was the you know what I mean? Oh, that's what it was. It was only it was the so it's the God Pod, but it was the Godcast. It was the you know what I mean Godcast for a while, and he changed it to the God Pod. So I wonder why he changed the name of it. No one will probably ask him, but I just love to know, as a creator myself and someone who's always looking to improve, just thinking of everything from my channel name, equipment, new ideas and things to talk about, how to market myself, everything. I'm always interested to know what other creators are doing and what works for them, what didn't work, what they like, stuff like that. So I just love to know why he changed the name and what made him feel comfortable, like a lot of stuff, like how long did you think about changing the name? Like, that one question could lead to 10 or 20 questions, and I just love to get into it about what made him change the name of the channel and stuff. So anyway.
Boots on the ground, a black man at a Trump fucking rally or whatever at Nassau Coliseum. He said it was packed as fuck. He said, as a black man, he felt no racism whatsoever out there. They actually brought him in type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, he felt welcomed to be there by the people that was there. Who he didn't feel welcomed by were the demonstrators that were against Trump. They were the ones looking at him like, oh, what are you doing over there? And he didn't have any Trump regalia or anything like that. He was just there to do interviews, just to say, why are you voting for Trump? Why are you voting for Kamala? And he was being harassed by what we have now termed as radical Democrats, okay? Because there are radical Democrats out there. What do you think that was who tried to assassinate Trump? Those are radical Democrats. Y'all are acting like the Republicans are the ones with the guns and all of that. But radical Democrats have now twice tried to kill this nigga. The fuck are we talking about here?
That is what they're trying to make it seem like,
So
for sure.
please let this term radical Democrat start going around. I hope it starts to get popularized because you got a good channel.
It's interesting that you haven't heard that more, radical Democrat.
Here. And yeah, radical Democrats. You know another term I'd like to popularize? Let's start calling Kamala the Artful Dodger. Okay? She's the Artful Dodger.
Like an Oliver Twist. The Artful Dodger.
What she does when she don't answer no question. And what was that, a book or some shit that people read in high school? But she's the Artful Dodger. That's her new fucking nickname.
That's too good.
The Chrome extension everyone will be using in 20.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be it. Oh, okay. I had one more thing on Kamala real quick. Just like a cherry on top. We'll go ahead and play this, and then we'll round out the stream. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the topics, what y'all think about Lord Jamar, what y'all thought about his opinions. What are y'all's opinions on people having a title like Lord for themselves? That's an interesting thing in itself. Are y'all like me? Do y'all, like, when y'all are interested in something, and like I was thinking about the him changing the name from the you know what I mean, Godcast to the God Pod. I would just like love to ask him, you know, why he changed it, how long he was thinking about changing it, and then get into more reasons and more questions. Do y'all, I mean, I guess that's how like a typical conversation would go, but like, do y'all find yourselves thinking a lot of things like this often, or do y'all kind of just maybe only have like simple questions when y'all get into conversations and like just assume the rest, or like do y'all not really have it? I'm interested if people also can get their mind going off. I assume everyone can, but I wonder how frequently people get into thought processes like that. So anyway, I'm always looking to start a new conversation, talk about new ideas and everything. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about the Lord Jamar stuff, the Gucci Mane stuff early on. Let me know what y'all thought about the little sus James Harden video. Let me know what y'all thought about Big Meech getting out. If you're looking forward to seeing any of his interviews over the next, it's probably going to be about 6 months at least until we see any of that. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about all the stuff from today's video. Like, subscribe, share. Let's watch this last little video on Kamala, and then I'm going to end it off. And I might go live and cover a slightly different topic after this. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
We didn't hear what they said to like invoke that response, and I think it's really quiet. So I'm gonna let it play through and then start again, and we'll try to hear what these people yell out. There's a couple people in the crowd at a Kamala rally, and they yell out, I believe, something like "Jesus is Lord" or like "Jesus is Savior" or something. And she's like, "Oh, I think you're at the wrong rally." So let's listen again and see if we can hear it.
No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street. Come on. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
All I heard was Lord at the end. I didn't hear Jesus as Lord. I just heard Lord. But anyway, it says, man in the crowd at Kamala rally yells, Jesus is Lord. And then, she said, you're at the wrong rally. What did y'all think about that response? That's kind of crooked. Like, you could just say nothing or just say something positive and then keep it moving. You don't have to, like, disparage them. Which, feel free to do what you want. I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting thing because even though a lot of times I'm condescending and poking fun and being critical here, I feel like for politicians, you're supposed to like big up your supporters and like be one that's going to bring everybody together, and not as much as like a condescending, like cut people down type of thing. You're more like a bring people together and kind of like always big up and be positive and like be professional, be the one we can follow. That's the image they're supposed to try to project. So I just thought that was interesting that she kind of like took a chance to like cut them down in that moment. But anyway, like I was saying before that video, y'all let me know what y'all thought about all the topics from tonight's video. And as always, y'all don't be afraid to leave a comment requesting what y'all want to see in a future video. and I need to get back in the grind of trying to get somebody in studio to actually do an in-person interview, because I know those are a lot more preferred and a lot better content. So hopefully I can get one of those going soon. And other than that, more live streams. So till next time, that's LG from Where There's Smoke. I'm out.